Hi, I'm Jody from FoodStorageMadeEasy.net, and we're here with Crystal from EverydayFoodStorage.blogspot.com, and we wanted to talk with her today because she's an expert at using food storage with her everyday cooking. And we just have a few questions to ask her to kind of help beginners get started and not be too intimidated about using their food storage. So Crystal,
Yes.
what made you start using your food storage for your everyday cooking?
Well, I got my food storage and I didn't want it to just be sitting there on my shelves all the time. And so what I did is I thought, well, my mom actually when I grew up, she used food storage. And so I knew the basics of it. I knew it could be gross, and so I was a little timid in trying, so I just started trying a little bit at a time. And then I just started using it, and as I started using one thing and being successful at it, then it gave me encouragement to try other things, and it just kind of snowballed until I was using it every day. And then I noticed that not only was I prepared and knowing that if there was an emergency that my family would eat what I made, but that I was also saving money, saving time, and making fewer messes while I was at it.
So kind of the key is starting small.
Yes.
And working your way up.
Definitely.
All
Which you guys
that's
know.
That's what we're at the small part right now. So now where do you buy most of your food storage ingredients?
Now when you say food storage ingredients, you're talking not 3-month supply. You're talking
like
long-term.
the long-term food, the wheat, stuff like that.
Okay. I buy most of mine at the LDS cannery, which if you don't have one, just research. I'm sure there's one near you, or you can buy it online. But that's where I buy most of my items.
Do you have a website that you would look at? Maybe
Probably, LDS, was it providentliving.org.
And you can order it online from there?
Yes, you can order some things online there.
Excellent. What is your favorite food storage item to cook with?
That one's hard because I have a couple. Can I give you a couple?
Okay.
Okay. My favorite time-saving one is onions, dehydrated onions, because I hate cutting onions.
Are they different from like the onion flakes in the store, or is that what?
No, that's pretty much what they are.
What it is, but
they're
buy
a
it in
lot
bulk?
cheaper. Yeah, because you're going to buy them in bulk. And so you no longer do you have to cut them, but you just stick them in your spaghetti sauce, and then they hydrate in your spaghetti sauce. I mean, it saves so much time, and I always have onions on hand. And I've even done things where I've hydrated them and grilled them, and so they've been like In-N-Out burgers have animal style. I don't know. California, that's where it's at, but
They have one in Utah now.
yes, they do. So I've even done stuff like that where I've used them as an actual onion substitute, not in something, and they've been delicious as well. And then probably my other favorite would be powdered milk, because I think that's the one that people are most surprised still tastes good, even though it has powdered milk in it.
So you like to kind of trick people.
I do.
I noticed.
I like
that
the
on
wow
your
factor.
Site. So what is your very favorite recipe of all times that you've created?
Oh, that I've created?
Yes.
Probably my Twinkie surprise
Oh, I
cupcakes.
love that one.
That one was good.
That one was excellent. That was on Utah's own. What's the contest called?
Yeah, it ended up being a runner-up for the Utah's own Down Home Cook-Off.
That's right. We watched her on TV. She was awesome. At the Utah State Fair. So how do you come up with your recipes? Because this is hard for me. I always like to have a recipe. I can't make them up myself, so
Right.
I'm always impressed with you.
Well, I actually don't make up most of my recipes. The way I look at food storage is basically just basic cooking ingredients that you would use in any recipe. And so all I do is I just take my favorite recipes and then start substituting out, say milk, I put in powdered milk, and eggs, I put in powdered eggs, and onions, I put in my dehydrated eggs. So I'm not really always coming up with new recipes, but I feel, in my experience, people are less likely to try it in their own recipes. They want to see it someone who's already tried it and know that it's good.
That's how we are.
And so I just put on the recipes that I try for my own family that I know my family already likes, switch it out for food storage ingredients, and then I just put it on my blog for people to see, look, this one does work. So hopefully it builds confidence that then they can try it in their own recipes.
That's a really good idea. That's good to know. So I'm going to have to do that with mine.
Yeah,
now?
so don't stress.
I like to use yours better than yours better than mine. So how often do you cook with your food storage?
Every day.
Now, every single day? Every meal of the day, or just you try to do, like, is it conscious or is it just natural?
Now it's
for you?
natural. But I would say at least, I mean, it depends. Like I'd say every meal, because I make my own bread. So lunch, we have it. Breakfast, if we have cereal or something, then that has the powdered milk. And then dinner would have usually, like milk or
Onions
or something. I mean, I use it all the time.
all the time. I don't yet.
But you
So,
will.
do you have your bread? Can you make good sandwiches with your bread?
Oh, yes. Oh gosh, yes.
Okay, we'll have to get your bread recipe from you.
You need a bread maker.
I know. Julie has one. I don't have one yet.
You need to look at my tips for making good bread machine bread.
All right, we'll check it out. What aspects of food storage would you like to learn more about? Or you just know everything?
No, I don't know everything. No, this is always, I think you can always be learning. And so the next thing that I'm going to try tackling is powdered milk yogurt. Because I received a recipe from one of my blog readers where you can make fat-free frosting. And I
For cakes?
I think it's supposed to taste kind of like a buttercream or something, but then it's fat-free. Which
So
sounds
healthy
very delicious.
And use your food
Well,
storage.
healthier. I wouldn't necessarily label it healthy, but
We like
healthier, you know. If you're going to make a cookie anyway, then you might as well add in extra nutrition with wheat or something like that.
This is true. And you kind of said in the beginning that it's really good to start, you know, small, but is there any other advice that you would want to share with beginners? Because a lot of our blog readers tend to be the people just getting started, and
Right.
kind of heading into the long-term food storage is a hard step. So
Yeah.
any other words of wisdom?
That's really what I focus on is the beginner. So what I would say is just to pick one thing that you're going to start with. And one of the things that I think is easiest to start with is powdered milk. Because you don't need to have a grinder and you don't need to have all these special things to use it. You can just start cooking with it right away. And you can start putting it in desserts like sweetened condensed milk or like evaporated milk. And that way you know it's not going to taste good because you have the sugar. Your family's going to want to try it because it's a dessert. And then that will help build
That's
your confidence.
always key in my family.
Yeah, and then when they see that it's good, then you'll say, "Oh, okay, so that's good. So then I can try
On to
this,
the next
and then I
thing."
can try that." And the more things you try that build your confidence, the more you will be likely to try new things and to keep using what you already know. And so my motto is to always start with a dessert because your family will try it, and as long as you don't tell them
that it's
that
in it
there's
till
food
after,
storage
right?
in it, yeah, till after and get the
And-
wow factor, then they'll try it, and then you'll see that they
Then
like
they're
it
not
and that it's
scared.
possible. Once you start seeing that it actually is possible to cook with your food storage and that your family will eat it, then that will give you the confidence you need to cook with it on a daily basis.
My kids liked the cookie clay dough.
Oh, yes.
They thought that was fun. I wrote my name, and they're eating the letters thinking it's fun. So if you want to have a look at Crystal's recipes, everydayfoodstorage.blogspot.com. Check her out. And if you want to look at the baby steps of building your food storage all the way from water, 3-month supply, moving into your long-term food storage, go to foodstorageMadeEasy.net and check out the site that Julie and I have created.